Welcome to my channel. I'm level-headed. We're going to be going over Kenny DeLand's case. He is a missing student from New York. He is in France, though. Not a normal case that I usually cover here, but we are going to get into this one. So bear with me here. We'll get you caught up.
Been missing for more than a week. The FBI now involved, and the young man's parents are desperate for answers. DeMarco Morgan here with the story. Good morning, DeMarco.
Good morning to you. This is a tough story, especially around this time of year. Kenny DeLand's parents say he was first reported missing when he didn't show up for class and didn't check in with his host family. And now, with 1 week left before school breaks for the holidays, the parents are hoping his friends, classmates, someone knows something that could lead them to their son.
This morning, the urgent search for U.S. students studying abroad.
It's not characteristic of Kenny to not reach out to us and let us know what's going on.
Kenny DeLand Jr, a 22-year-old senior at St. John Fisher University in New York, was supposed to return home this week from southeastern France, but his mother received a concerning phone call in late November from a college liaison.
She had to file a missing persons report because they had not seen him in 24 hours. I'm not there. I'm here. Thousands of miles away.
The last time his parents heard from their son was on November 27th. According to the family, he boarded a train near the university and headed south, his phone pinging along the way. On December 3rd, DeLand was tracked to this sports store some 50 minutes away from his host family's home, seen here in this surveillance image, wearing a red jacket and gray hat, spending $9. French authorities are taking the lead in the investigation, saying it is a worrying disappearance, but citing privacy laws prevent them from relaying as much information as the family is requesting, as DeLand is an adult.
If anybody has a way to help us and find him, help us. With the officials, please help us.
I've helped in cases where loved ones have had a missing person overseas. And if they had means, I told them to fly there and to basically work with the police eyeball to eyeball. But at the very least, you have to keep your voice in front of these investigators, if not every day, at least every week.
The family sharing they had been in constant contact with their son, who they say was enjoying his time overseas.
He loves to travel, so this trip has been something that he's really looked forward to.
His mother still messaging him every day, desperate that she'll eventually receive a response.
I say, Kenny, just call me. Just pick up the phone. You can talk to me about anything. That's what I text him. Call me, text me, anything.
The parents are so desperate for answers that they've created their own website and even reached out to elected officials back here in the U.S. Still,
So he went missing. Let me see if I can find the map here. So I want to play this one more time. So this is the host family site, and he ends up being 50 miles away.
On November 27th, according to the family, he boarded a train near the university and headed south, his phone pinging along the way. On December 3rd, DeLand was tracked to this sports store some 50 minutes away from his host family's home.
So that was on November. Hello, everybody that's coming in here. That was on December 3rd, 2022. That's a long ways. This one is starting to gain some traction here in the U.S. I do have a couple other clips that we're going to play here. It's really interesting that a person that's worked with French authorities before says that you need to be there face to face, eye to eye with them. That's kind of how they operate. Living here in the U.S., it's kind of not how we operate here, being face to face or eyeball to eyeball. And it is going to be a more difficult case of a missing person to follow and track, as he's an adult as well. but even worse that they're all the way here in America where I am, and he's in France. So I did catch something in one of the videos or one of the articles about him, about them going there. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I have a feeling that at some point the family is going to head on over there. I'm going to play a couple other pieces here as I'm just coming into this as well. So we'll continue on here. I don't know what happened, but there's that. We will, you guys can hear me okay today, right? We'll, all right, we'll continue on here.
Mystery deepening as the parents of missing American college student Kenny DeLand are desperate to find him.
I'm thinking this can't be possible. How did he go missing? What happened?
The 22-year-old, a senior at St. John Fisher University in New York, was on a study abroad program in southeastern France, due to return home next week. But in late November, Mom Carol received a call from a college liaison.
She had to file a missing persons report because they had not seen him in 24 hours.
The family is in shock as they had been in constant contact with their son, who they say was enjoying his time abroad.
He loves to travel, so this trip has been something that he's really looked forward to, and it's not characteristic of Kenny to not reach out to us and let us know what's going on.
The last time his parents heard from their son was on November 27th. According to family, he boarded a train near the university and headed south, his phone pinging along the way. On December 3rd, he was tracked to this sports store, seen here wearing a red jacket and
All right, so there's probably an echo, not too bad, better than yesterday. There's probably an echo, just so you know, because I forgot to mute out while I was playing that. But we're gonna go over to another little video here. I've tried to use my phone as a webcam to get a better quality picture for a camera. It's been working out okay. I've done it the last 3 streams. So just bear with me a couple of streams in and I'll get it all figured out. I found out that it was taking the microphone from the actual phone. So now today the actual microphone is coming through my computer. So it should be way better than yesterday. I'm just going to take this down off the screen for a second. There is, NewsNation did do a couple things here and I do want to play them. This might all be the same thing, just rerun over. So we'll play this one from NewsNation. I'll bring it up here in a second. All right, it's loading. So let me see if this one is. I don't know. This might be the same thing, but we're gonna play it and see what happens here.
On some information came out where the police report that was initially filed is now on the website. We uploaded that with some information I had gotten earlier today, which was helpful. The fact that the Privacy Act, if it's not signed off before a trip happens, you know, like a waiver to Privacy Act is, I understand its intent, but in this particular scenario, when studying abroad goes sideways, the grid for whatever reason it might be, impedes in. So I noticed recently on the some information came our way where the police report is now on the website. We uploaded that with some information I had gotten earlier today, which was helpful. The fact that the Privacy Act kind of impedes progress, if it's not signed off before a trip happens, you know, like a waiver to waive the Privacy Act. The Privacy Act is, I understand its intent, but in this particular scenario, when studying abroad goes sideways and your kid goes off the grid for whatever reason it might be, it really impedes any progress. So, you know, when we have people like yourself reaching out to us and spreading the story, the people have you know, given us tips on the tip line. You know, it's, you know, we're
that information's been forwarded to.
Well, Kenneth, you mentioned the Privacy Act and you mentioned the website there. So you set up this website asking for more information, but you're not able to receive updates. Is that what you're referring to when you're talking about that Privacy Act?
Yeah, like for instance, I spoke with the embassy this morning. I got up really early. They're 6 hours ahead of us, obviously. So I think at 4:30 this morning, I was, you know, having a conversation with a woman at the embassy, and there's no reciprocation. She can't give me information. If I have information, I've been forwarding it to the embassy and to the FBI. But it's
yeah, it certainly makes it tougher, you know, especially being so far away, I would imagine. Kenneth, I want to talk to you about this statement from French investigators. They say that Kenny arrived apparently, quote, insufficiently prepared and struggled to make friends. Kenneth, Jennifer, did he mention any of that to you? Were there any clues on why he may have left his host family?
No, I mean, he's been studying French, back in middle school, throughout high school. So he certainly understood the language. From my understanding, it's always a little different when you're in a different country. They're speaking a lot faster. But I know he was definitely more prepared than we are to speak French.
I think that piece of information was a recent addition to the website.
Mm-hmm.
We were reading that as well today. That came over the wire to us. So that's something new to add to the website as far as information that, you know, maybe added something to the original story and the original interview.
Right.
And as she said, learning the language, you know, through your high school French is one thing, but
right.
landing yourself in a foreign country and trying to keep up
right.
with the pace in which the language is spoken, that's entirely a different speed and different.
It is. Right, and that's why so many people study abroad to immerse themselves. Can you tell us anything about his time there in France before he disappeared? Did he seem okay?
Yeah, he's a good student. He was having a great time, and he was getting to know people. He was traveling.
There's a break that they were given at the college, and he had contacted me and said, "Dad, you know, I'd really like to go to Italy and check it out." And I said, "Well, you know, now's the time. Trying to do this stuff as an adult, you know, once you get married and have kids is difficult. So do it." So on the break, he He traveled to Italy, and he traveled by himself. He stayed in hostels, and he traveled up the coast and down the coast, and took a lot of pictures. He was having a great time, and it's just, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up to why he would be off the grid.
Yeah.
And
We've always
So there's that one. Doesn't make sense to me either why he would be off the grid. Seems like he is in pretty good contact with his family. That's what's important here in this one is that it doesn't add up that he would just disappear and just not call his family. Seems like that the father and the mother were definitely speaking with him quite frequently. There was an updated little thing here. I'm just going to put this out here now. I don't agree with everybody that's on some of these channels, meaning like on NewsNation, some of their credentials. Some of the stuff is, some of these reporters are great. Some of the reporters aren't as great. And I just wanted to put that out there before I get into this next little article here, which is done on NewsNation. Sometimes I think that they have educated people on there, but sometimes the information that's given is more common sense information than what it really is. So take that with a grain of salt on some of these investigative reporters that I'll be displaying. Can you guys, I don't know, I can't see chat right now. Is chat okay? You guys can see me in chat. And everybody that's watching on different channels in different places, if you can hear me okay, please put a 1 in chat. Wherever you're watching, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, just put a 1 in chat there for me, just so that I know you can hear me okay. There we go. Just making sure you guys are still at it over there. Hi, Cammie. All right, Karen, 2 Karens, Karen 1 and Karen 2, and Lori Davis, a True Crime with Shannon. Thank you. All right, I'm going to be playing this here. We'll go to this one. And if you guys have thoughts or anything, please put them in chats there. So I'm going to mute out while I play this one. This is from Good Morning or Morning in America this morning. I believe is where some of this was taken from.
Welcome back. New information this morning on an American student missing in France. According to French prosecutors, Kenny DeLand Jr. was having a hard time making friends there and said he wanted to leave early, suggesting that he might have willingly gone off the radar. It's been more than 2 weeks since his family has heard from the 22-year-old. His parents say they were in constant communication with the senior from.
So the one thing that gets pointed out is listening and doing dishes. No problem, Cammie. The one thing that I want to point out here is that for some reason they think that he has a hard time making friends there, and it keeps being said, and that doesn't make sense to me. Maybe he didn't want to, or maybe he was more focused on school and traveling than wanting to be around friends. It's kind of weird that they keep mentioning that, making that the focal point here.
John Fisher University. He was scheduled to leave France this week. We want to bring in Jennifer Coffindaffer, a former FBI agent, to weigh in on all of this. Good morning to you, Jennifer.
Good morning, Adrienne.
This story, interesting. The French prosecutor mentioning that he left voluntarily because he was having trouble socially. Is the prosecutor jumping to conclusions too quickly?
Well, I think this is a pretty heavy statement to make, to just sort of dismiss that this person has not made contact with their parents, hasn't had a selfie ping on their phone since November 30th, has virtually gone off the radar, and he's saying that he's simply not adjusting well. And this is something we have to deal with when you're dealing with another country. And this is because their view on a missing adult is quite different than ours. They truly believe that an adult has the right to sort of leave and not have further contact. And that's very difficult. And yes, I would say, Adrienne, he has jumped in one direction on this case and sort of dismissing the severity that could be occurring with him being missing.
So important thing here is that missing people's cases, like he's a 22-year-old. There's been missing since 11/27 was the last time that people have made contact with him. And, I mean, he is an adult and he is independent, but knowing his parents and how worried they are for him, I'd imagine that at some point that he'd want to check in, especially being overseas. So this one's going to be one to keep an eye on because I'm really curious on where he is or what happened to him.
It has to be hard for the family, but at the same time, as somebody who is an adult, they have rights to not answer their phone, though strange circumstances there. Is there anything else that should be looked into? Are there any signs?
And just for what it's worth here is that, when you have people that are speaking on this and like, what would you do? Like, if you were his parents, would you get on a plane and you go over there right now? Or do you wait and see if you can get some more information from the authorities? Now's the time, if you guys are coming in here, if you're new to my channel, now's the time to hit the like button, as we got several people in here and only a couple likes. I'm gonna play some more of this, especially if he was leaving the host parents. I would think any big move or travel, he would speak to his family. Yeah, even if he was going to go visit an hour away or something, you would think that that he would tell his parents. I don't know. It seems like he's told his parents where he's been this whole time, even when he went to Italy, or Italy or Ireland. I think it was Italy where he went to. But even when he went there, he was in constant contact with his parents, was sharing pictures and stuff on social media. So what changed? Where did he go? I see that he probably rode train to get there. So if you're in here and you have these questions and comments, I definitely leave them in my comment section, because I'm getting ready with a group of my moderators to be answering your questions or our thoughts, or it will be me going in there, but my moderators will also be in there as me as well, so that we can interact with you a little bit more. As I have a close group of moderators that do a lot of researching on cases and know exactly how I think, and they have their own opinions as well. But it will be coming from my group. My team of people will be answering questions in comment section and making it so that it's a little bit better for you. Hi, Duchess.
Signs that could amount to foul play?
Well, I think just the fact that there's been no contact with anyone, the fact he got on a train, the last time he was seen was on a video footage on December 3rd. This is just atypical behavior, especially if somebody has usually always kept in close contact. It's interesting too, of course, when you're dealing with another country. In their land, you have a prosecutor that is sort of seemingly at the lead of this investigation, as opposed to a law enforcement agency. I think it's very important that the family keep in close contact, daily contact, with not only State Department officials, but with the FBI. The FBI has been assigned this case, and if it were my child, personally, I would go to France and meet with these officials and get more close to this investigation and open communication.
That's great advice, and hopefully the family does do just that. Jennifer Coffindaffer, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Adrian, for having me.
So that's what's important here is things don't add up here. So I get it. The prosecutor runs the case over in France, which is fine. And they kind of lead the direction of how things are handled and how things go. It just doesn't make sense that a 22-year-old kid that it looks like he communicates with his parents all the time leaves his host site and just goes off the grid. Like, where did he go? Like, did somebody take him? Or is he just out and about and his phone don't work? There's a lot of different things that could be going on here. Let's see here. I think there was a question here. This is a very suspicious case, Levi. Yes, it is. And there's becoming more and more stuff on it, Duchess. It's only a couple minute clips, but it's starting to gain some momentum here. Interesting thing is that the case was handed over to the FBI on the U.S. side. So hopefully they can, I don't know if they're over there, if they're not over there, hopefully that they go and help and look. I don't know. This is going to be one to keep an eye on. Jeez. Excuse me. Also fabulous, trying to get a channel started. Oh, Cammy's trying to start a channel? Nice. Hello, checking. I guess we'll just see if anybody has, that's excellent news. The FBI has the case. Yeah, it is. I just don't know what value they can be from their resources. I mean, I don't know what our, that's funny. Now I'm going to do it again too. Hold on. What resources, I don't know what our treaty is or what our ties are with France. I don't know if FBI can step right in and be in France and be able to help. Those are things that I question myself. If you know and you're watching this video, definitely let me know if, no. Duchess, you're going to make me do it again. If you're watching this case, if you're watching my live, if you know how that operation works, where if FBI goes over to France or what our treaty is with them or what how that all works, definitely I'm interested. Leave it in my comment section. And I want to know more about it. Just to share missing faces and information. You'll never believe what I called it. Laugh out loud. Let me guess. Cammy. Is that what you named it? The FBI can truly help in other countries. Yeah, but I hope our relationship with France is good enough that France will open up the doors and let FBI in to help them. And I don't know how far that will go. Oh, boy. It's been a long day already today. I did want to, if you see something, say something. Oh, thank you, Cammy. That's what you named your channel. That is perfect. I have been in contact with the young lady that I showed Emily yesterday. Was in contact with their family before the live and after live. It looks like they're going to be doing a prayer vigil for her. I may try, if we can get some more information in the case. I don't want to put out every single bit of information that I have on that case. We kind of need to continue sharing the poster. Anybody that's in my Facebook group that shared her live yesterday, I think we got it in front of 1,100. So 1,100 people it's in front of right now. We're going to try to make another big push, try to get that live in front of some other people. I did notice that there is a couple of YouTube channels chasing truth. Thank you very much for covering her stuff and putting it on your channel. That means a lot, especially to the family. At this point, it's been 9 days today. I have not spoken with them, don't know any updates. We need to keep them in our prayers and need to hope that she'll be found. And just like Ken here, Ken DeLand, we need to keep him in our prayers and hope that he is found. I mean, sometimes the littlest thing, let's get some tips going. Let's get some thoughts. And let's see what we can do to help. And I'm in the process of, I spoke with some mods today and some people around me. I'm in the process of putting up a volunteer sheet on my in my Facebook group. I know a lot of you that are here right now always are willing to help and always like doing certain things and other things. But I have gotten, I think we got another 400 or 40 or 50 members yesterday in the Facebook group. Keep going, keep sharing my Facebook group. What I want to do is turn it into a place that we can help people. So like yesterday with Emily, if we could get a posting committee where we have over 400, 500 different places to post that live into. Unfortunately, Facebook only allows you to share it in 150 as one person. So if we can get some more people and then get, I'm looking for some moderators in there in my Facebook group as well. I kind of want to use it for good. And I know there's a lot of good people in there, and we need, now's the time to get it all situated and get it put up correctly. I am going to start, wow. I am going to start a little private chat that is more for volunteers and then a search for moderators over there and people that want to actually invest their time in making a difference in the world and trying to get some stuff done correctly there. The FBI likely has a legal attach that's a highly trained investigator in the case internationally that have foreign intelligence contacts. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's you. Perfect. I will help as much as I can. Perfect. And after this live, I'll check out what you're doing over there. And anybody that can, I mean, the more, this is the Interpol. Oh, perfect. At the embassy. I don't even know. Maybe Duchess, you're probably been researching this case. I haven't had a chance. I just was trying to figure out something to do for a live today. And I've been watching this one for the last couple of days. I think it's going to break open. You know, I'm looking for volunteers or for people that want to do some good in my Facebook group. Let me know what you're good at doing or what you like to do or what you want to be doing. There's always attaché. There's always a place for you to help. You know, I have other creators and they're like Dutch's discussions. She's in there and she's always willing to help. If you know, see a missing person out there and you can grab it and put it into our missing person folder that needs to have a flyer done for them, it's as easy as doing that. I feel bad for these parents of this missing 22-year-old Ken DeLand, which is in France. This is going to be a rough one because they're going to have to go all the way over there. Hopefully the FBI, excuse me, hopefully the FBI can step in and give some assistance and some support here. I don't have anything else on this. If you do search for him out on Facebook, there is a bunch of different stuff there. NewsNation's on it. Good Morning America's on it. I mean, almost every local TV station that is out there is on it. If I don't see a request, Levi lets me know. Definitely. And Jules, when you watch the replay of this, I have started digging in the case that you pointed me in the direction of. I will be setting up a live tomorrow for that one. And just go over some stuff there. If anybody else has any cases, definitely let me know. And the more newer that the case is, the more help I can be to you. My specialty is kind of getting your missing loved one kind of out there on social media, bringing you up onto my panel to let you hear about what is going on in the case. And just like Ken DeLand's case here, I mean, we're finding out little bits and pieces of information. I see that major media. I mean, if you're missing in France and you're a U.S. citizen, you have to go to big platform TV in order to do it. And they're doing everything that they can to bring their son home. So, hello, Ray Bird. Good to see you. So it's important to continue as small creators, small channels. Not everybody's watching mainstream media. So if you have a platform and you cover Kenny DeLand's case here, that definitely put some information out there. I'm going to reach out to a local whose son has been missing for a long time. Perfect. I want to help with, I'm really good at social media and getting it in front of enough people. That's what I like doing. And some of the other ones, once I get established in what I'm doing here, some of the other ones I'm going to start covering some older cases. But I need to help the ones that are more new right now that haven't been looked by investigators and stuff. And I have a yawning problem today. Well, I guess that's time for me to get out of here. I know that I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. If you do have a missing family member that wants to speak out to media, please reach out to me. My email's there, my Facebook's there. I have a Facebook group that's out there. It's all on my About page. So if you go over to my About page, you can find anything and everything that that you all need. And so if anybody has any questions or anything, give me your thoughts on this one. Give me what you think may have happened here in this missing U.S. student that left France. I'd like to hear it. And definitely leave comments. We're going to be on top of the comment section. So I'll be following this one as I start covering some other cases. And until next time, if you see something, say something.